Hi everyone, welcome to another NHL team preview. I'm Adam Stalker, and right now we're going to talk about the Detroit Red Wings, who are making the switch from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference, which will do one thing for sure, and that's lessen the travel load. No longer will they have to make multiple trips out to the West Coast and rack up some of the most miles in the NHL. Well, let's start with the forwards for the Red Wings, where they made big offseason signings, signing former Senators captain and one of their longest serving players, Daniel Alfredsson, to a contract, and signing Stephen Weiss away from the Florida Panthers. These moves only make the Red Wings deeper up front when you've got elite players like Pavel Datsyuk, who may be the best two-way forward in the NHL, maybe in NHL history. Henrik Zetterberg, Johan Franzen. You still have older guys up like Todd Bertuzzi, Daniel Cleary, Justin Abelkader, Thomas Tatar, Mikael Samuelsson, Drew Miller, Darren Helm, all these good third and line guys who just help the team win. And when you've got a top six of Weiss, Alfredsson, Zetterberg, Datsyuk, Franzen, you can expect to go far. This is a team that the travel is just going to make it easier. There's more time to recover in between games, less road trips, less time in the air. All positives for the Red Wings. Let's move to the defense, where it's the weak point of the team. You're really depending on the top pairing of Jonathan Ericsson and Nicholas Kronwall. But after that, it's kind of weak. I mean, that's a weaker top pair, but a dependable pair nonetheless. Then you've got former first-round pick Jakob Kindl, who is trying to find his own way. I mean, he can be a very good two-way defenseman who can be good defensively and offer a little offensive game, but he's yet to live up to expectations. We look at there's big signing last season, and that was college free agent Danny DeKeyser, who's a big defenseman, much like Ericsson and Kindl. So I expect him to pick up lots of minutes this year on the second defense pair, see some power play time. Well, then they finish out the bottom of their defense pairing with guys like Brian Lashoff, Kyle Quincy, and Brandon Smith. I expect Quincy. You got some good guys there, not elite talent, but guys who can get you by when you've got one of the better goalies in the league in Jimmy Howard, who over the past few seasons has really come into his own and become a top 10 goalie. Backing him up is Jonas Gustafsson, who never lived up to the monster hype when he came over as a free agent from Sweden. Overall, I think the team that should be a favorite to win the Eastern Conference. I think when you look at it, it's Boston and Pittsburgh and Detroit. I think those are your three top teams. The downfall for Detroit is going to be their defense. Can they overcome the shortcoming with their elite forward lines? That's what we're going to have to see over the season. I think this team will end up in the Eastern Conference Final, and then it's just going to come down to playoff luck to determine if they're in the Stanley Cup Final for another time since Jim Devellano and Ken Holland took over the Red Wings. And that's my preview for the Detroit Red Wings.